Julian Casablancas. He started the century as the lead singer and main songwriter for The Strokes. Their first album was just named the best record of the decade by the readers of NME magazine. He has his first solo album out. It's called Phrases for the Young, and he's touring with it now. Julian, welcome.
Thank you for having me.
The new album is full of Strokes-esque hooks, if I may say so, but it definitely doesn't sound like a Strokes record. It's much more complex. There's a lot of electronic instruments. How much of that is intentional? I mean, where you're like, I'm going to show people that I'm my own man kind of thing.
There's, I guess, two parts to that. First is I knew that I wanted, like, polyrhythmic stuff. Like, I wanted two different drum beats to kind of mix in one with every song. So I had like over 200 drum beats that I just kind of compiled. So that's one part of that sound you're probably hearing. And then another one was that even with the Strokes, everything I've written was on guitar and on keyboard from day one. So basically everything I would write just got funneled through two guitars, bass, and drums. With this, though, every time if I wrote something on a keyboard, it just kind of stayed on a keyboard, and that was that.
What made you want to go with the polyrhythms from the start? Was something influencing you to do that?
Well, just, I feel like in a lot of rock, sometimes the drums bum me out, just because it's kind of straight and boring.
The reason I'm laughing is because, ironically, I think that's kind of what the Strokes were celebrated for. It was like, electronic boy bandism is over. We're back to straight up rock and roll. All right.
Yeah, no, and I was for that and agree with that, but I just like changing things up,
And that song would be the hit of the summer if it wasn't wintertime already. We have two questions that we ask everybody on the show, and the first one is, what question should we not ask you if we meet you at a dinner party? What question are you sick of answering?
When's the new Strokes record coming out?
Because you want people to focus on your record.
Well, the only thing that annoys me personally about the Strokes questions is that I did almost everything in the Strokes in the early days, guitar solos to instrumental parts. Now it's a different story, we're trying to be like a team, and I think that's going to be the way we're going to thrive the most in the future.
So it's like finally whether a new Strokes album happens or not is not solely up to you, but people still act like it is?
I don't know. I mean, everyone had a big influence. I'm not trying to take away from other people. The Strokes are going to do something soon. I've told them I'm ready whenever they are. It's not waiting on me, that's for sure.
Fair enough. And that brings us to our second question. Tell us something we don't know. Something that, the folks at our dinner party are not going to know.
Okay, that's a tough question. I like the new 90210. Someone told me the other day, I think Charlie Chaplin, he won third place in a Charlie Chaplin lookalike contest once.
What?
I don't know. Someone told me that the other day.
Do they have a film degree? Because I'm going to have to fact check this.
You should.
And Brendan, check Snopes. It is true. Charlie Chaplin did once lose a Charlie Chaplin lookalike contest in San Francisco.
That's amazing. San Francisco, which is one of the locations, along with Brooklyn, of the ongoing Julian Casablancas lookalike contest, which, as far as I can tell, has been happening for 10 years now. No winners at all in that situation.